Shabbat Shalom everyone. This week it is Parshat Chukat and we're going to learn all about this thing. The Para Aduma, the red cow in its entirety in this week's Parshat of Parshat Chukat. So what was red cow? They say that from the Briata Olam, from the time of creation, 10 of these cows were going to be created throughout mankind over here. And 9 have already come about, and the time of Mashiach, the 10th one is going to come about. It's going to be totally red all over. There can't even be 2 black hairs inside of it, and it must never have been bought or yoke. So a Para Aduma, it is called in Hebrew. It's known as a Chukat. It's known as something that is beyond man's comprehension within regards to it. Even Shlomo HaMelech had to grapple with it. When there's mishpatim, is ordinances, a chukat, something that is known as a chok, is something that man cannot necessarily comprehend so much the reasoning and the logic behind it. So this is what it's talking about. And phenomenal story occurred once within regards to the red heifer, the red cow, if you want to say it like that. And it teaches us a lesson within regards to the importance of Kibud Av V'Em. We just came out of Father's Day on how much one should honor their father. So what's the story here, friends? It happened in Ashkelon. It's related to over inside the Gemara. It happened in Ashkelon a few thousand years ago that there was a Gentile, someone of the name Dama ben Netina, who lived over there. And he was very well known for honoring his father very, very well. So one time there was great sages. They noticed at the time of the Bet HaMikdash time period that there was a special choshen, breastplate that the Kohen Gadol, the high priest, would wear, that it was missing a specific gem within regards to it, and they needed it. The Kohen Gadol needs to do it because there's a concept of the Urim V'Tumim where he asks questions to it. He needs that precious stone. So the sages went everywhere and they asked around, where is this stone, this precious stone, which is worth an exorbitant amount of money? We need it for the Kohen Gadol. So they go around everywhere. They know that this guy in Ashkelon, someone named Dama ben Netina, this Gentile man, has got it. So they come there and they ask Dama, please, we know that you've got this specific stone, you've got these jewels over here. We need this specific stone over here for the breastplate of the Kohen Gadol, of the Kohen Gadol, the high priest. He needs it for the breastplate. He says, yes, I've got it. So he goes upstairs, he climbs up the stairs, and he sees the box where this specific jewel is laying down inside. However, there's a problem. His father is asleep, and his father has his hands tied to this box, because probably it's an heirloom, it's something that's worth an absolute fortune. So in order he needs a key, and he hasn't got the key, only the father knows where the key is. Does he want to wake up his father or not, despite he can become a multi-millionaire over here? He says no. He tells the sages over here, I can't wake him up. I'm not going to wake him up. I'm not going to steal his sleep. The sage is saying, instead of us giving you 100 gold pieces or whatever it was, we'll give you 200. And they went up to 500. And then they went up to 1,000 gold pieces. And he says, no, I can't wake him up. The sages left in despair. And this Gentile had done something very noble, but didn't want to wake up his father, but potentially lost a fortune. Happened to be a couple of hours later, the father wakes up, and quickly the Gentile runs after the sages. And he runs after them and catches them up, the sages. And he tells sages, look, I've got the thing, I've got this jewel over here for the high priest's breastplate. You can buy it now. So the sages are all excited, they're happy days over here. And they get their money out and they say, here's 1,000 gold pieces to the Gentile. And then the Gentile says, no, originally when you came to me, you said you'd give me 100 gold pieces, and I was ready to give it to you for that. So I don't want 1,000 gold pieces. I want to give specifically 100 gold pieces. I don't want to take something from my father's honor. So they gave him 100 gold pieces for that. Obviously, still worth an absolute fortune for him, and he's doing well. However, because of the greatness he did of not waking up his father and trying to preserve the father's honor, what happened was a miracle shortly afterwards, where this red cow actually grew in his flock the next day inside the farm. This red cow did, obviously worth an exorbitant amount of money, because the red cow itself, when you burn it and everything else, it can purify the different people, all the different Jewish people at the time of the Bet HaMikdash. You can't even put a price on it. And everyone finds out, all the sages find out that Dama ben Netina, he has got the red cow over here itself. He's got this red cow over here. It's grown in his flock over here. And then the sages came to him and they gave him an exorbitant amount, a massive fortune for this red cow itself, and probably became a multi-billionaire at the end. And Hashem gave him that miracle because of the kibbutz aviyad, the way he honored his father with regards to not waking him up and stealing his sleep. Albeit he was a Gentile, he still recognized the importance of kibbutz av. The Para Aduma itself, one of the 10 ever Para Adumas there'll ever be, actually grew in his flock in a huge sukkot over there and became an absolute fortune. And in his sukkot, so many people became pure inside the time of the Bet HaMikdash in the temple time. So it just shows there's a few lessons that can be learned from this with regards to this. Just the greatness of the Para Aduma, how important it actually was in the time of the Bet HaMikdash to purify everyone. Learning about the chukim, like sometimes within regards to mitzvot, sometimes we can't comprehend some certain mitzvot and say, it's not for me, it's not for me. But no, it very much is for, but all the more so, it is for that specific person over there. And just within regards to that, the honor someone has to give to their father and how important it is, and all the more so, how much we have to honor Hashem. And guys, I want to wish you all a fantastic Shabbat Be'ezrat Hashem Yitbarach. I'd like to dedicate this to someone that passed away sadly 2 weeks ago. His name was Rafael Benjamin Ben Margalit, who's a family friend that passed away 2 weeks ago. May this be his Lilu Nishmat, and everyone have a fantastic Shabbat and enjoy and keep up. We are in Sefer Bamidbar over here. Just got one of the kids' books over here. We're all learning about the things, and please look over all the other videos. There's hundreds of videos on the channel, and enjoy. Shabbat Shalom. Take care. Bye.